let me explain what I did for this is project 1, and if I'm not wrong, the first assignment that we need to do is let me go through. Okay, the impact of return and discounts on profit itself on 2019. Central America, the profits on furniture and office, the impact of returns and discounts on the profits of furniture and office. So okay, that is the first part. Second part will be the data-driven recommendations based on orders, product category, and return. So what kind of recommendations should be provided? That I will just leave it out first. I didn't have the time to go through that right now. What I have done, you can see on the screen. Let me go through the rationalization of this before I go into detail. I hope it's clearer like this. Yep, okay. So my logic to go through this is that I present a few charts, a few pivot tables, and get a few charts out. So the first one will be the total sales of furniture and office supplies in 2019. That will be this amount. The charts are probably at few data points, or not data points, data labels in them. It will look better. And then once we have the idea of the total sales in 2019 for furniture and office supplies, then we can look at the total profit of those two categories. So which is below this. It is 10,000 and 5,000 for each of them. And then from there, the assumptions that I've made are the discounts given by the sales rep, the discounts of the profits. So I will times the profit and the discounts and then get the net profit out. So the total, that is the assumption that I've made. So the total amount of discounts given for furnitures and supplies is over here. And then the next step, this is my my thinking process of that. So once we understand the total sales of that year of these two categories, furniture and office supplies, and we understand the total profit within those sales, which is these two, yep, 5,000 and 10,000, and then we understand that from the profits, we have to remove the discounts given by the sales rep, which is 2,000 each, plus or minus, which comes down to the net profit after discount, which is total sum will be roughly around 11,000. So this net profit is after the discounts given by the sales rep. Net profit for year 2019 Central America furnitures and office supplies. From there, so it is assumed that the company will have the profit of $10,800 or $900. However, there are returns of orders. So the profit has to deduct the returns, which means that the returns, the amount that the company take in as profits, have to be returned to the customers depending on the return orders. So these are the price or the amount that needs to be returned to the customers. Hence, it should be deducted from the profits itself. So the $10,895 will be deducting the $1,285.88, or you can deduct it individually, which I've done here. So for furniture, the net profit after discounts and after returns will be $3,123.99, or for office supplies will be $6,485.46. Yep. From here you can see that in Q1 a lot of returns. The return for office supplies are much higher. There are a lot of returns in Q1 and drops in Q2, Q3 and Q4. It goes up again, and then it will subsequently go into next year. Okay, probably too much in my statement. So how did I reach this point? Let me go through the original and return sheet. I didn't actually copy this out. I just keep doing it in this Excel that it was given, that I've downloaded. So these few are the original sheets. Best practice will be to create another one, to copy two more out. So these are clean, even though it's stated as clean, that is done by me. It's not anyhow clean aesthetically at all, but it is usable data, I would say, and the columns that I've added in to come out with the conclusion from this sheet. So the first thing that sorry to jump around, I did key in the step-by-step guidelines or the instructions that I've done throughout this practice in the assignment Excel. But just to give an overview or go through the thought process that I've done will be, okay, firstly I would add these two columns up to come to this. So the info ID is here. I then copy this whole column, place it to the first column to the left, and I only copy the values instead of the formula, so it comes out as a string, because VLOOKUP will start looking to the right. So I put this to the most left, and then when the formula or syntax run, they can find it straight away. So I put it to the left, and then I think I change these two columns. I think this one, column E, will be the main one. I change these two columns. I change the formula to date. Moving to the right, I change the discounts column. I highlight them in yellow, so for easier finding. So I change them to yellow. For discounts, I put them into percentage instead of 0.3. For easier understanding, I would say. That is from my part. Oh, 1 minute, it's raining. Right, I have to close the window. So I changed them to, let me turn on the light. I changed them to percentage. Okay, much better. I changed them to percentage for this column, and from there I get the discounts in dollars, which is the profit multiplied by discount, and I get it in dollars. Yep. So these are the amount that will be discounted or removed from the profit. So this is the net profit after the discount, which is basically this minus this. So I get this, and as you can see here, it is for quantity, and according to the where is it? Don't feel like going around, but it's fine. according to the guidelines or the guidebook or the abbreviation list. So sales is for the whole order of and quantity is for the whole order as well, which means the profit is for the whole order, which means it doesn't matter if it's 4 or 1. If 4, which means each profit will be much lesser than 1, so I divide them into individual quantity, so net profit divided by quantity, which is this. So each of the unit in this order, the profit of it is 79 cents. Yep. From there, I think that's all I did. Yep, the others are irrelevant. From there, I go into returns sheet, which the reason behind me dividing the profit is that there are return quantities. So as you can see, a lot of them return 1 and some return 2. I think that's probably it. Oh, and I'm not sure if this is my Excel or the way that I download the Excel spreadsheet from Google. I have to recreate a table of this sheet. So there is another step. So instead of coming back to the return quantities, so instead of returning the whole order, most of it, they return just one of the items that they've bought. So that's why, hence, I divide the profit, because the others that they kept, the others that the customers kept, are still considered as profit itself. So the net profit per quarter. So I did a VLOOKUP on this. So I search for order ID. Oh, sorry. Let's go through the category first. Yep. So in order for me to find that, in order for me to do slicing or filtering in the pivot table, which is over here, this chart, I created another column, which is the category of each ID, so I can do a pivot table and filter it out. And then I do a VLOOKUP. Something that I've missed out is have to lock them. Yep, locking them is much better. Okay, so I get the net profit, which is matching the order ID. Did a VLOOKUP into this table here, so that's quite straightforward. And then what I did is, so I get the net profit of this, for example, so the net profit of this order per quantity, which is from this column. I hope I'm slow enough and the both of you can follow me. So the net profit per quantity for this order is $1.58, and they are returning one order of this. So I would I will have this times this and get the total amount that the company or superstore have to return to this particular customer on this particular order. The reason being, there are some orders that return 2. So for this instance, net profit per quantity is 86 cents, and they are returning 2 orders, 2 units or 2 items, which I then multiplied it by 2. I get this, and it's in year 2019, so it's relevant. That's my thought process on this. That's my logic on this. And then I also get the year. I also get the year of the return date, so I can filter it through. This is quite straightforward. So dash equals to 0. This equals to plus. This equals to in the return sense. Okay, maybe let me give some clarity on this. In the order sense, in the order table, so every order that comes in, it's a profit, or it's a sales, it's a revenue, sorry, it's a revenue, which means, let me go down, let me search for something that have there's no, yep, okay, this is a good example. So which means every order, it's a revenue. So the number of sales is this, yep, the profit from it is this. I can discard the hey, did I did something wrong? Oh, yep, should have done all of them. Divide net profit, divide quantity. Yeah, I think I did something wrong, but it's fine. Let me go through the logic behind my understanding on this. Yep. So everything comes in as a revenue, or to make it simple, as a profit. So hence, some of it they have no profit. Some of the profits are really minimal, but that's fine. Let me look for these. Yep. So these have no profit, as you can see here from the profit margin. Totally no profit at all. So they are just selling at the production price. And some with I think this is basic accounting. So with a bracket, it is in loss. So they actually sell this in loss. So you can see it in the profit margin. So which means I'm the company, me as a superstore in this case, I'm selling this at a loss, yep, of $91. I don't think this is right. Okay, let's put this. I'm digging into my profits. I'm paying the customer to buy this. I'm paying $19.32. So if the customer were to return that order, or that one unit of that order, I'm not losing that money at all. I'm not paying the customer to buy that product. So if they return the orders, which means I'm getting back my profits. So there are some instances that okay, these are the profits that which is in positive, which means that I have to give away, because these are the profits that I've made. These that are in brackets means that these are the profits that I can take back, since the customer have returned the order, that I do not have to pay the customer to buy my product. Yeah, so that this is the logic behind this. I think I need to amend this column. Net profit after discount, net profit divide by quantity. Yep, so each of them should be divide, not multiply, if I'm not wrong. Let me go up a bit. Yeah, so the profit, yep, so yeah, okay, I think I get this wrong. So this is linked, so this is linked to row 19. Row 19 will be, yeah, I get this column wrong, but the idea is the same. I'll change it after this, before I share out. So yeah, so after this, then I come to the conclusion of from these few columns and adjustments, I come to the conclusion of this sheet, which is in this table. Oh, which means everything will change. It's fine. I'll go through it, prove it before sharing it out. So to help with the presentation, to give perspective, this is the flow that I've given. This is my logic, which is I'll show the sales, total sales for these two categories in year 2019. I'll show the profit made. I will show the discounts given by the sales rep, which means if they do not give discounts, these are amount that could be in net profit. and the net profit after discount, and then also the, the sales, yeah, the sales, the returns of the customer, and these are the amounts that we have to pay back to the customer, and hence the conclusion will be this amount. It will change after I amend this column. It should be lesser. Yep. So the net profit should be higher. Yep. I think that's the first part I've done. The next part will be data-driven recommendations based on orders, product category, and returns. I have not go into that yet. Maybe the both of you can look into that. If I have any ideas, I'll share it. I'll share it with the both of you or into the Slack group. Yeah. So yep. Okay. Thanks. Do text me if there's any items that are unclear to you. Yeah. Thank you.